The lead that I have for the hook is what I recorded the day that I wrote it. And I kept it because the emotion is there. And to be able to have something that can make it sound more high end, to give it that air and that headroom, that's really cool. My name is Simone Torres. I'm a vocal producer, engineer, and artist. I have worked with people like Cardi B, Becky G, Anitta, Camila Cabello. And last year, I was honored by the Latin Recording Academy as one of their leading women in entertainment. So the thing is that Bloom, like what it opens at, is really nice because it'll show you that it's on there. It'll start to bring out little details that you didn't necessarily hear before in other ways that you've tried to bring them out. But it's when you crank it up, like past 7 or so, is when it's going to start crunching things. So you have this thing here and you're going to really get into like the more compression area. So let's just play with this and see if we like what it's doing. So honestly, I would probably leave it like that. Factory default settings, because when I'm turning it up more, it's starting to compress more, and I don't really want that. What I really like about Bloom is that it's giving it that like indistinguishable thing of just, oh, it's feeling like it's more there, it's more present. It's different than what saturation's doing. It's different than what I'm doing with EQ or multiband compression. It's just making it feel like it's coming to life more. So I really like that, honestly, just on factory default settings. To me, Bloom, I think that the name is really appropriate because it just helps things. Bloom, it helps bring out the harmonics and the things that are there, but it helps to just bring them out and make something feel fuller. When I have something and I'm like, ugh, I wish this felt a little bigger, and I can't really do that with EQ. Bloom is really cool because it's actually bringing warmth, but space, if that makes sense. I found vocal production engineering in a little bit of a roundabout way. I started as a singer. I started gigging when I was 9 every weekend until college with my dad, and through that process, I had like a lot of experience where I was almost signed and these people would manage me. I had EPs and whatever, but I never had one recording that I was proud of. I always knew that it didn't feel like me, but I didn't know how to communicate what I didn't like about it. So I decided to walk away from the artist thing for a little bit, go to school for music business management, but then I really missed the creative side, and I just had a day where I had a session with a guy that let me pay him a bunch of money to hit record 3 times. I could do 1 take of each song to karaoke tracks that I brought. He wouldn't put reverb, tune anything, or do whatever. So I was just like, screw this, I'm gonna learn. And so I did, dual majored in that at Berkeley. And then I just got really into it. I loved the intersection between the creativity and the technical aspect. The math behind sound is really cool to me. Singing was such a big thing to me, and I really loved engineering, and vocal production fit pretty exactly within that. A friend of mine mentioned that Bloom is really cool to use when you've used an SM7 for the lead, and I did use an SM7 for the lead for this. I'm trying to add like that information up there and add more high end and take out a lot of low end that the SM7 was giving me. Let's see what happens.
I let your light control my days. Bet myself in. I've been up, been down, been kicked around, chewed up.
That's really cool. So I definitely would use this because a lot of the times when I'm recording my own stuff, sometimes an SM7 is just what you want. Like, you want to be able to have the music playing in the room. You want to be able to have that tactileness, and you're not so I'm going to record now, it's just emotion. So like this lead that I have for the hook is what I recorded the day that I wrote it, and I kept it because the emotion is there. And to be able to have something that can make it sound more high end, to give it that air and that headroom, that's really cool. I just really love working with OX so much. The tools that they make are so smart and intuitive, and they make it really easy where I don't have to like read an in-depth manual to figure it out. I can just play with it and see what I like. If you want to go really detailed, you're able to do that. If you want to be able to just put something on and have it do a thing that sounds cool, you're also able to do that.